am Fletch Brown, another artist video blog at KIX96country.com. Our guest today, all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, actually from England, but I mean they didn't come straight from England to here. They made a stop in Nashville because that's where they're residing now. Please welcome Ward Thomas to KIX Country. How are you, girls?
Good, good.
All right, so we've got Catherine and Lizzie, Ward Thomas. Now, Ward Thomas, at first, when I got the email that said Ward Thomas wants to come visit you, I'm like, who's that guy?
Who's that guy?
And then I read through it and I was like, oh no, Ward Thomas is actually your name.
Yeah.
And you guys come from a pretty diverse family, artistically and otherwise. Your great grandfather invented some very important things for the Royal Navy.
Yes.
His daughter, your grandmother, is a novelist. Your mother is an interior designer and an artist, and your father's an entrepreneur. And of course, both your parents were musicians. Your brother is an actor and a writer.
Yeah, oh, you've done so much for
so I'm looking at this and like, oh my gosh, it's like you guys you were born to perform or to do something super, super important. Yeah. So what was it like growing up in a family like that? I mean, as far as like the pressure to become something, I mean, was there?
No, there was no pressure. We were all very, chilled out. We don't really know what it's like not to grow up in a family like that, but it was very exciting every day. There was nothing boring. Our family are very crazy. Like at the dinner table, everyone talks over each other because we're all creative and we're all very scatty and everything's so food is flying around everywhere. Yeah, you can picture everyone like throwing food and shouting. Dogs are begging at the table. It's a madhouse.
I was about to say, so it shows just bedlam, complete and total utter chaos in the Ward Thomas house.
Yeah.
All right, well, okay. You born mid-90s, London, England, but you grew up in, is it Hampshire?
Hampshire, yes.
Okay. But you actually grew up in a very rural area of England.
Yes.
So country music and basically looking at life through that lens is something that becomes very natural to the both of you. You understand that, even though country there isn't exactly country here, but it's close enough that hey, when you hear the songs of country artists from America, you're like, I totally get that. I totally understand that. As I understand it, your first public performance, you sang Carrie Underwood. Yes,
we actually did because our cousin actually lives in Canada, Ottawa, and she came over when we were probably around 15, quite a young age, and she introduced Carrie Underwood to us, and she introduced all the country artists like Faith Hill, Tim McGraw, the Dixie Chicks, and we were completely just like, we have to do country music, we love this style, and we sang Carrie Underwood at our school concert.
Absolutely. So did that also pull you into songwriting? I mean, the songs that you sing, you write those?
Yeah, well, as a family, we were very fortunate to travel quite a lot because our dad was very into travelling, and we had all these ideas of so many songs that we never actually thought about writing because they were just stored up. And then we went to Hertwood House, which is a heavily artistic sixth form college, which is like junior and senior of high school. We met our two co-writers, who at the time was our vocal coach, and they did songwriting lessons there. So we started writing with them with all these ideas that we had stored up, and we just created a team of the four of us, and it just worked so well.
Yeah, we have a big chemistry with those two people.
Well, I've got to ask you. You say that your parents, both your mother and your father, were in a band at some point in their lives. They traveled. What kind of music did they play, and did any of their work influence you at all?
Oh yeah, well, they were called the Swamp Donkeys, and
what I've got to Amazon that
well,
the Swamp Donkeys.
It's actually a cider. That's where they got the name from.
I've got to drink Swamp Donkey cider.
It's a local cider. Yeah.
Our local pub, it was a popular cider. So
I love it.
But they actually were a covers band.
They did old rock classics.
Oh, absolutely. Okay.
And me and Lizzie were brought up on 60s and 70s rock because that's their passion for music. So when we watched Shoals last night, it was like all of this music that we loved.
Again, okay, I was gonna get into that because so your parents did a lot of 60s and 70s rock.
Yeah.
Some of that from that era was actually recorded right here at Muscle Shoals. So you guys last night, Bellacourt Theater, Nashville, went and saw Muscle Shoals. So did you do that because you're like, we just want to see this movie, or did you like, we're going to Muscle Shoals tomorrow and we want to do a little research and find out about the place we're going? I mean, or was it just a combination of both of those things?
It was actually we wanted to do more research, and we're actually, because we didn't
we didn't know much about Muscle Shoals at all. So, but as soon as we saw the film, we were like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe we're going here tomorrow.
We were yabbering the whole way home. We were like, oh my God, can you believe that she recorded here and he recorded there? And we were like,
well, just so you know, it's like Greg Allman is not here. He doesn't like hang out here or anything. You know, Otis Redding's not here. But you know, a lot of the guys who played with them are here, and there are a lot of the places where they recorded. The Rolling Stones, obviously, they're not here.
well,
But they recorded here.
yes.
And you guys can after you leave here, you're welcome to tour our wonderful city.
We will.
And
We'll
find
take
out.
advantage.
And then you can like, have your parents ever been here? I mean, have they told you maybe have you called mom and dad and said, yeah, we're gonna be in Muscle
Oh
Shoals?
my goodness. Well, we tried. Our mum's actually never stepped inside the United States before. She's going to come to Nashville and visit us.
Well, she's gonna come here.
Yeah, we'll
has
definitely
to.
bring her here. And our dad's coming out next week to come see us, so we might if we've got a day off.
Well, we have
We
to
might
have a
take
big
him
Ward
down
Thomas
here.
family reunion in Muscle Shoals.
Yeah, that would be
All right.
amazing.
Yeah.
So, you guys have been actively recording as a duo since at least 2010.
Yes.
When did you move to Nashville?
We haven't actually moved to Nashville.
Oh, you haven't?
We're still based in England, but we're here.
Commute.
Yeah.
We're basically coming back and forth. We've been coming back and forth for the last 2 years since we were 17. And we've been recording out here, and we've recorded 21 songs.
Wow. Okay.
And our aim is to actually spend quarter of our time here and quarter of our time in England. Oh, I did this stupid comment the other day.
She forgot the other half of the year.
But say,
The
like-
other half of the year, I did this stupid. I'm not very good at math.
Anyway, she meant
It's okay,
in
I'm not a
quarters.
math. I was a theater major. We don't do numbers.
Quarter, like quarter it out. So yeah, we're trying to make it in the UK as well as over here.
Okay. Well, now there was one other point I was going to bring up. You know, being that you are actually from across the pond, the musical tastes of folks in Europe, particularly England, are similar but different. You guys over there tend to hold on much tighter, much longer to decades-old music over here, where we tend to be a bit more progressive. We're always like on that new and innovative edge. So the question is, when you're over there and you're trying to bring this style of country music, how are you received in England? You know, as far as bringing our new country style to your hometown.
Well, country isn't that exposed in England. Like, we don't get too much of it, and if it is on the radio, it's normally edited to sound softer, so that English people can sort of adapt to it. And so, we've got Bob Harris. He's a DJ that's very popular on Radio 2, and he's our lead to country music. So it's quite rare for people to know a lot about the new country over here. So we kind of like to sort of try and communicate the new country with our English influences over there, as well as we do over here. But here we have the advantage of being from a different country, so we can say we're country, just a different one. But
Country just a different one.
that's what we say.
Well, we are.
That's brilliant, actually.
We are from the countryside, but a different one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The local pub, kind of, with the farmers down the road and the farm shop. That's our country.
Okay, well let's talk about the music. You guys have on your website wardthomasmusic.com. You have at least 4 songs that I listened through in the last week. One of those you duetted with Vince Gill, or at least Vince Gill is on there with you. How did that happen?
Oh, that's a funny story, because we actually, he played on our song Town Called Ugly, the last one on the website. And we were just joking about it, just saying, oh, imagine a Vince Gill guitar solo in this song, this would be amazing. And Bobby Blazier, our producer, actually is a good friend of Vince Gill's. And we just said as a joke to Bobby, what if Vince Gill plays on this record? He was like, I'll just give him a call. And so he just called Vince Gill up, and he was happy to do it.
Yeah.
Really? Did you meet Vince, or did he come and record parts from you? Or?
Well, he recorded it from home, but then we were really fortunate to go and have breakfast with him afterwards. We were like starstruck, really.
Super nice guy, though.
The nicest guy ever.
Oh, yeah.
Literally. And he's so, just humble and normal, and
He's so nice, really nice.
Have you guys chosen a debut single?
Yes, well, we've got, in our 4-song EP, we've picked Good and the Right to be our single.
Which actually is a very, very good song.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
We think it kind of reflects our kind of mantra. if you know what I mean.
Okay. Well, tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and let these girls get ready because they're going to do a live performance for us of one or two of their songs right here on this website. But our listeners can find you on the web. I mentioned wardthomasmusic.com. Where else can they find you on the web?
We have a Facebook, Ward Thomas, and which is the same. And we have Twitter, which is also Ward Thomas Music. So if you type in Ward Thomas Music, you'll be able to find us on all of those platforms.
You spoke really fast about that.
Sorry.
Well, we're so glad to have you guys for the very first time at Muscle Shoals.
Thank you.
We're honored to have you here, and we wish you all the best of luck in the world taking over Nashville. Okay.
We're honoured to be here.
We are so honoured to be here.
Very excited.
With guys like Vince Gill behind you, you can't lose. I mean, you just can't.
Well,
Oh no.
So, there's actually so much more to learn about these two, and I don't want to give all of it away. I want you to go to their website, go to wardthomasmusic.com, learn all that you can about these two. You're going to be seeing a lot more of them, and we hope that you guys will come back when you bring the parents back, from Muscle Shoals to visit. We'll hope to come back and visit again. Okay?
Oh, we would
definitely.
Love
We'd
to,
love.
for sure.
Oh my God, Sweet Home Alabama.
Check out their Vine video also. It's on their Facebook where they're singing Sweet Home Alabama on the way down here this morning.
Yes.
Catherine and Lizzie Ward Thomas, thank you for being here in KIX Country.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
It was
very
lovely
much
to
for
have
meeting
you.
us.
If you want to hear more from them, make sure you go to their website and look elsewhere on this website for their live performance. And ladies, we'll see you again soon.
Yes.
All
Thank you
And
very
we'll see
much.
you
We'll
again
see you soon.
on another video blog on KIX96country.com.